service provision and pursuing all the business opportunities within the oil and gas industry. I give you now Mr. Rui Soares.
Thank you, Dario, for that introduction. Good evening, everybody. Ms. Jane, Deputy Secretary for Industry, if she's still here or not, not sure. Mr. David Lawrence, Director, General Manager of Department of Industry. I saw today also CEO of NOPSIMA, if still here, because it's a bit late, so I think some people have left. But anyway, just acknowledge their presence from this afternoon, and thank you everybody for your presence. And my special acknowledgement to Timor-Leste business representatives. I don't mention one by one, but your presence here very special as part of this gathering event. And also acknowledge the presence of representatives from oil companies, vice presidents, general managers, and also from service companies who are all present here today. I'm honored to address this esteemed gathering as President and CEO of TimorGap, the national oil company of Timor-Leste. Today, I'm just going to give you an overview of our company and our project, just everything about TimorGap, and hopefully that this will trigger some interest from you to collaborate with us. So I take this 8 minutes to address as much as possible points that hopefully can trigger some opportunities for cooperations between TimorGap and all the partners that are partners now and potential partners in the future that are present here today. So TimorGap was established with a clear mandate to address and pursue any matters related to the interests of Timor-Leste in oil and gas industry. This mandate includes a broad range of activities, including exploration and production, service provision, and management and administration of petroleum industry infrastructure project planned to be built along in the south coast of the country. Additionally, we are also mindful of all the global change in the oil industry. We are poised to embrace the development of new technology for transitioning into cleaner energy. Saying this, we are looking at projects like CCS to get involved, and I'll say some few words about this in the next part of the speech. So we have a number of company as TimorGap. We are involved in a number of projects. We operate 2 offshore blocks. One offshore block and 2 onshore blocks, and also partner with other companies in both offshores and also some onshore blocks. Together we have 7 blocks. And in addition to that, TimorGap, through our subsidiaries, we also have some business subsidiaries like drilling and seismic services, as well as helicopter services that we are currently established and willing to provide services to any companies that are having any projects in Timor-Leste or near the region. So out of those blocks that we are currently operating, we are looking at opportunities to farm out. If any of the companies or any parties interested, will be looking to have them to come on board with us to share our interest in these blocks and to be able to help us to develop this both financially and technically. Your contributions and interest in this will be needed, and hopefully together we can contribute to the development of those blocks that we operate, as well as those that we are party to. There are, I don't want to mention one by one, but in details we could have discussions about all these opportunities for partnership in the exploration blocks that we have. So, in addition to those exploration blocks, one of key area of focus, as I mentioned earlier, is the integrated infrastructure plan to be built on the south coast of Timor-Leste, which many of you probably know as it is called as Tasimane project. This initiative involves establishment of 2 industrial clusters and supporting infrastructure as foundations for developing a national gas industry. If Minister was here today, then he would say a lot more about this, but I take the liberty to go into a bit of details and provide opportunities if there are interests for you guys to get involved in this. So this cluster includes the development of Swai supply base, which will provide service and logistics support to petroleum operations, both onshore and offshore in Timor Sea, as well as the Timor-Leste LNG petrochemical and refinery complex to be situated in Natarbora. This complex featuring an LNG plant, petrochemical plants and oil refinery, and marine export facilities for common use for exporting products from the above-mentioned plants. In addition to this, other supporting infrastructure such as helicopter base out of Swai, we are collaborating. I mentioned this second time. I look at Richard, he's smiling. We are collaborating with Santos and ANP to make sure that we can start operations 1st of July. So this is a good move, and we hope with this we'll be able to attract local entrepreneurs to be able to support this move in terms of getting Swai airport to be upgraded to require standard and be able to have helicopters fly out of Swai. I noticed that not means maybe a good support, but let's talk more about this. Then, so apart from this infrastructure, we are also collaborating with Ministry of Petroleum as TimorGap. We're collaborating with Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources, as well as other relevant institutions to build the continuations of the highway connecting Swai to Natarbora, the future LNG facility to be located. Having said this, I understand that I know Woodside are still here. So, although negotiations still ongoing, Sunrise Joint Venture Partners and states negotiations are still ongoing on the fiscal framework and project, implements of project. But in parallel of this, by having all this plan and infrastructure plan to be built in the South Coast, we are actively laying groundwork to implement this infrastructure, and this initiative is pivotal for successful development of Greater Sunrise Project in Timor-Leste. So I'm referring to Timor-Leste LNG, which David said today, this is first option maybe, and then there's an alternative of Darwin. But obviously we are doing groundwork as TimorGap together with Ministry of Petroleum, and obviously this is a big project and it requires expertise to support, it requires investment from people who are interested, and it requires support from people who would in the future make use of this to provide the service. People like companies like Schlumberger or any other logistic company, you are welcome to be part of this project. Let's build it together, design together, and let's make it operational together to support oil and gas industry. So that's about those projects. And I turn into one very important project, as I alluded to in my beginning of my remark. As we understand now that industry in Australia and other parts of the world have now moved towards net zero carbon emission, an asset in Timor-Leste territory identified to be in good and very strategic for the CCS project, that is the Bayunan. I know this asset is still under ANP and operated by Santos, but we are very keen to take part in this project of CCS, subject to approval of government of Timor-Leste for the proposal to be presented by Santos. This project can ensure the continuation of the existing Timor-Leste service provider that is ongoing for Bayundan operations and expanding their participation to maximum level as possible with future CCS project by including the operation base in Timor-Leste, both supply base and helicopter base out of Suai. That's my expectations and my desire and hope this together we can make it happen. So while we are welcoming Bayu CCS, as we know that PSC is coming to an end, if I'm right, TimorGap is also very keen to evaluate the potential to redevelop Bayunan field should the remaining gas and condensate reserve prove to be sufficient. So we are looking at a combination of CCS plus redevelopment of Bayundan under a different project scheme to extract the remaining untapped part of reservoir, which can be very beneficial option for Timor-Leste and any parties who are taking part in this combined project. I know, again, sorry for picking on you, Richard. you mentioned today that Bayunan still continue to produce for a few more months. We are hoping that hopefully we can work together to reevaluate to make sure that it can continue to produce for even longer, 1, 2, 3, or 5, or 7 more years. This to maintain the continuation of our service, but I'm not making a joke. I'm very serious about this, and let's hope this would be something, become something, a real project in the next 1 or 2 years. So, my last part of this remark is I would like to take this opportunity to empower Timorese enterprise, which is the key objective of this gathering. As TimorGap, local Timorese company, who will go into big project, engage with international company, but we expect that by engaging in big project, we open up opportunities for our local smaller enterprise of Timorese to tag along. This is the way how business works. We have leverage to get access to fund from government to involve in bigger project, but our local companies should come along. And this requires your support, the operators, the international company, to make sure that this comes into your agenda. So, in closing, I extend invitation to all potential partners to join us on this exciting journey. We are committed to establishing strong, mutually beneficial partnerships that are attractive to our partners. As TimorGap, our door is open for business, and we are eager to explore new opportunities that will contribute to further strengthen and expand our portfolio while simultaneously contributing to the prosperity and success of our partners. Let's explore opportunities together, grow together, not only in Timor, but also expand to other regions. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to engaging many of you during this networking event. Thank you.